Hi, my name is Brad Rollinson, and this is my senior project presentation for my project entitled Product Development for Restaurant Management System for the Industrial Engineering Department at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. On this project, I worked with David Casper, a computer engineer from Cal Poly who also used this as a senior project, and my faculty advisor from the Industrial Engineering Department, Tally Freed. The agenda for this presentation is as follows. I'll discuss the problem statement, the goals and challenges of the project, the methodology and solution, the related coursework, and I will wrap up with a summary and the future plans for our project. For our project, Dave and I aim to create a mobile application that would replace dated point of sale, or POS, systems currently being used in most full-service restaurants. With the ubiquity of smartphones and the continually decreasing prices, as well as the decreasing prices and increasing processing power of tablet PCs, David and I saw an opportunity to utilize this technology as a means to accomplish this goal. When designing the user interface, we wanted to create something that restaurants would be comfortable using, but also improve upon the stale UI that is present in many traditional POS computers. We also wanted customers to be able to utilize their phone's potential by allowing social media integration. Also, the ability for restaurant management to analyze and track business data was a key feature we had in mind. The conception of this idea came about with the hassle of splitting a check when dining out in large groups, and figuring out a way to use smartphones as a solution to this common headache. After deciding to tackle this problem, we realized that there were many problems with the traditional POS that could be solved using mobile technology. The ultimate goal was to create a user-friendly app that could economically benefit the restaurants using our app, and to improve the restaurant experience for customers, restaurant staff, and restaurant management. One of the main challenges we faced was the competitive mobile payment market, which is growing at an extremely fast rate. One of the forerunners of the mobile payment trend, Square, is continually updating their application and business to cater to the restaurant industry, as well as plenty of other startups that offer their own POS system running on iPads or Android tablets. Another challenge of this project is that in order for this product to launch successfully, both the restaurants and the consumers eating at these restaurants need to be able to use our app and be using these apps simultaneously. While customers don't need to run our app to eat at a restaurant using our product, the true benefits don't really arise unless both parties are using our app. We also face a challenge of figuring out where our initial funding would come from in order for us to launch our product and to cover our initial costs. A large part of the methodology behind this project came from the tools and methods taught in IME 418, product process development, and were key elements through the design stages of our application. One of these tools, from the book The Lean Startup by Eric Ries, the Vision, Strategy, Product Pyramid, was one of the main guides in our development. The idea behind this product design tool is that the end product, the final goal, is built upon a firm vision. In the design phase, the strategy may shift or pivot to meet realized demands or opportunities. The final product, however, is realized when the strategy, including a business model, idea of competitors, and customers, are fully realized and the product is optimized to match that strategy and the original overarching vision. Another tool from the Lean Startup, the Build, Measure, Learn loop, is a tool that involves turning ideas into products, measuring the success and failures of the product, and then learning from the collected measurements and deciding whether to pivot or persevere with the current iteration. Basically, do you stick with the path you're on or change your direction based on the feedback you've received? We also designed our product with the 3 spaces of innovation concept from Tim Brown's book, Change by Design, in mind. This tool is very similar to the Vision, Strategy, Product Pyramid. The first space, inspiration, is basically the same as the vision from the Vision, Product, Strategy Pyramid. It is the problem or opportunity that the product you are designing is addressing. Ideation, akin to strategy, involves creating, testing, and validating your ideas. Implementation is the plan for your final product. Also from Change by Design, we were mindful of the 3 competing constraints in the design process. Feasibility, what can we actually create? Viability, how can this creation be a functional and profitable business? And desirability, is this product something that people can and will want to use? With these tools in mind, the development of our product, named Split Dish, was born. After discussion with local restaurants, we came up with an Android-based mobile application to replace the dated POS computers used widely in the restaurant industry. Many restaurants complained about the complicated agreements with banks to process credit cards, as well as agreements with the POS providers they currently use. We saw opportunity in providing a system with low initial cost and simple transaction and monthly fees. We would provide all the equipment necessary for the restaurant with a deposit of half the cost of the equipment and a monthly leasing fee. Traditional POS systems can run anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000 per touchscreen point of sales computer, while the tablets used in our system sell for under $300. In order to validate our product and solve one of the challenges of raising our initial funding, Dave and I entered in Cal Poly's Innovation Quest competition, a competition for Cal Poly students with potential business ideas that involves a cash prize for the winners and aid in moving that idea to market. So this served as both validation and solving our problem of needing to find funding. Now I'm going to walk you through the user interface of our application. First, I will walk through the restaurant platform that would be used by the wait staff of the restaurant and run on a Nexus 7 tablet that we would release to the restaurant. The table screen would involve numbered tables laid out as the restaurant is laid out, and the waitress or waiter would be able to swipe to move between various areas of the restaurant. For example, they could swipe between the main dining area, the patio, or bar seating. From here, the server would select the table that they are currently waiting on and creating an order for. From here, the server would see a screen that would allow him or her to add food and drinks to an order. Items are categorized, and this categorization can be customized by the restaurant management. For example, categories could include appetizers, entrees, and drinks. Then, similar to how the server would swipe between different dining areas, the server swipes between these categories. Under each category are large block letters that act as submenu for items. So, under entrees, if you tap on P, pasta Alfredo and pulled pork sandwich appear. Similarly, if you tapped on C, chicken Alfredo or chicken primavera might appear. The server would then tap on the correct item, and the item would appear on the customer order. The order screen tells the server which table they are creating an order for, and is divided into courses. And once again, the server can swipe right to left to toggle between the various courses they have created for this specific order. The server has an area where they can add notes to the order, and once they're ready, they confirm the order by sending the order to the kitchen. In the kitchen, there is an Ethernet connected receipt printer that prints the incoming orders for the chefs to prepare. Now let me walk you through the customer user interface. The launch screen contains 4 buttons. This is where customers pay for their food and take advantage of one of the main innovations of our product, the ability to split checks. Customers do this by pressing the Scan Receipt button that launches a camera window inside the app. Once customers receive their receipt, they scan a QR code printed on the receipt that ties their app to their order. They are then taken to the Start Splitting or Ticket screen, shown in the middle image. On this screen, the customer then selects their items and confirm by pressing Checkout. They are then taken to the payment screen where they can add a tip based on a calculated 10, 15, or 20% or another percentage chosen by the customer. Customers can also have the option of adding a specific dollar amount. The order is then processed and paid for by the credit card already attached to the customer's account on the phone. No actual physical card is swiped. Before I go on to the future plans and summary of our project, I want to briefly go over some of the industrial engineering courses that played a role in developing our product. IME 418 had a large influence on determining how David and I approached our product design, using tools I outlined in the methodology portion of this presentation. IME 319, Human Factors Engineering, played a role in the user interface design, using some of the methods taught in that class to design an ergonomic interface. Also, IME 303, Project Management, played a role in the planning out the project. Items taught in IME 421, Manufacturing Organizations, played a role in determining how a restaurant manager might use and interact with our app, as well as some topics from cost controls, engineering economics, value chain, and process improvement fundamentals were also touched upon. As touched upon earlier in the presentation, running our product on cheap, powerful tablets can be seen as an immediate savings for the restaurant. Also, restaurants can do away with leasing card processors and complicated agreements from banks, as well as potential for new business brought on by ratings and check-ins straight from our app. If our product reached a large market base, we also have the potential to process big data for the food industry. and the restaurant industry. This data could include relevant information for restaurants. We can analyze large pools of anonymous data and process these analytics, such as chicken dishes are popular in the Southwest or steak dishes are most popular between January and March. These are just kind of random statistics to give you just an idea. Also, the ability for customers to make reservations beforehand or use social media services like Facebook or Twitter to check into restaurants, as well as prompting customers to use services like Yelp to leave reviews, could see potential benefits for the restaurants. Features such as deals for frequent customers could also be implemented. As of right now, the application is only functional on a localized basis. This means that it does not communicate with the outside servers or the cloud, which would be a necessary function to run our application in a restaurant and for us to process payments. The social media applications that we want to implement, such as prompting a customer to leave a Yelp review once they have paid for their meal, is also in development. Also, the final service to process card payments has not been implemented. We've explored some options, but have not been able to implement it due to the need to actually purchase the product that authorizes and processes cards, or to have a business tax ID and bank account to implement these services. Our initial validation test was our success in Cal Poly's Innovation Quest. As mentioned before, this competition served the dual function as validation, as well as a means to provide us with initial funds to go forward with launching SplitDish as a startup company. Unfortunately, we did not place in the competition. The critique of our application was minimal, so our only assumption for our lack of success was that the mobile payment market was deemed too saturated at this point, and our product did not differentiate itself enough from the competition. So, in moving forward, we'd look into how we could differentiate our product so that it could succeed, as well as possibly expanding and pivoting our product to outside full-service restaurants to include takeout restaurants and improve on the services offered of our product. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation.